Hey guys, this is Bringing the Truth with another video. I wasn't planning on making this video right here. I had other things I had to cover, but this has just come to my attention and I can't sit on this for too long because this needs to be fixed now. I'm just going to come out and say it. The locations for the Atlas survival shelters are public. They're public. They're out in the open. The locate wherever he's installed a shelter and he's taken a photo of it, that photo is on the location of that shelter is on the internet. This is not a lie. This isn't hearsay or just an accusation. This is the truth. This is the truth, and I have the proof here in this video. I'm gonna show you how anyone can find the location to an Atlas survival shelter, or most of them. So what's happening is Ron's coming out and he's installing these shelters and he's taking all these photos. Ron loves to record and take pictures. And while he's taking these pictures on his smartphone, he has the location on his smartphone. So he's taking these pictures and videos, and those videos and pictures have the location inside of them. And this is not a hard thing to figure out. This is easy. So in these photos and videos, the location are inside of them. And all you need to do in order, and I've tried this myself, all you have to do is Google metadata viewer. And you download those photos, or you take the link to those photos or videos and you put it in there, and it'll tell you the location. Just like that. It's that simple. These are the locations. Those are the locations. It's that easy to find out. I could not sit on this information for long because this needs to be fixed now. It needs to be fixed now. It needed to be fixed yesterday, a year ago. He's been putting locations out since 2014. Yes, he's been exposing locations of shelters since 2014. I think even 2013. And I'm going to show you the proof of that here too. There's a website called the Wayback Machine. It allows you to see the past versions of websites after they've already been edited. On the past version of his website, his front page it has almost 100 photos. Almost has 1,000. It has a lot of photos, and a lot of those photos has metadata in them still. You can download those photos and see the metadata. And those are locations. Not all of them have it, but most of them do. But even if only one of the shelters had locations, that's still terrible. That's still terrible. There is no telling how many bunkers are compromised. I would go far to say every single one of them are compromised. Now, I looked at these links. I looked at these locations. It can't be real. It can't be real, obviously, because anyone can come up with some coordinates, right? I went to atlassurvivalshelters.com. I scrolled down to the installations. I picked an installation. I right-clicked on that photo. I saved the photo. And then I Googled up metadata viewer. I put that photo on that website, and the first thing that comes up is a set of coordinates and a link to view it on Google. And it drops a pin right on it. People now, hundreds of thousands of people, anyone who has access to the internet can now find out where your bunkers are. And the thing is it's not just on his website. It's anywhere these photos are. So if someone asks for a photo and he sends it to them, they know where your bunker is. Now these people have paid who knows how much for bunkers, and the whole world knows where their bunkers are. And I doubt Atlas is going to go move them and move their shelter. Now everyone knows it's public. It's public. It's up there now. I just can't believe this. I can't believe, how do you make a product that costs hundreds of thousands of dollars and don't take how do you leave the location in? It literally asks you on your phone. You want to turn location services on? You have to click yes or no. Not only did he click yes, he didn't do his due diligence, kept it on the photo, and then uploaded it to the internet where anyone can see it. So now anyone, as of right now, hopefully he's changed it. But as of right now, you can go to atlassurvivalshelters.com and click a photo. There's no telling who's downloaded it now. This may be waiting for, a doomsday to happen, and you may have a knock on your door to their bunker. Because here's the thing, if he takes a picture of the hatch, it drops a pin right on the hatch. So it doesn't matter if it's hidden. You know exactly, you have the GPS coordinates of that hatch. And here he is taking photos of the hatch with his phone. It says right here, iPhone. So it's not even hidden anymore. It's not hidden. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. And now, with all the things he's been doing online, he's probably, all these subscribers, I don't even know how many sales he's got. And I know these people don't know that now their location's online, or wherever he's been sending these photos. The only people who should know where your bunker is the person who bought it, the person who made it, and the people who came out to install it. That's it. And with the way, that's it. But now, those are the only 3 people that should know where your bunker is, or your shelter, wherever. I did not pay, and I know everyone else did not pay $100,000 for your bunker's location to be public. I cannot believe it. I did not think this was real, but I had to make a video about this. This has to go public because this has to be fixed. Because every shelter that he builds from now on, it's going to be compromised unless someone tells him. There's no telling how many people now have these locations downloaded. These locations are compromised. They're compromised. These people who have a bunker there, when something happens, when doomsday happens, or anything happens that they have to go in their shelter, they're going to be worrying that someone else is going to try to bring themselves and their family into their shelter because they know where it is. I mean, here, you literally see a shelter with all tons of beds in it. It looks like a community shelter. I mean, it's a perfect place to go if you have a whole family or a whole community or a small army or a militia maybe. Well, guess what? It's public too. And here's the picture of the entrance. Now, like I said, at first, I didn't believe it, right? So I took one of these locations, because I was like, there's no way. Anyone can come up with some random coordinates and say it's a bunker, right? They're under the ground, so you wouldn't know. So I took one of these coordinates, and I put it into Google Earth. And guess what I found? It's a picture of the damn bunker being installed in the ground. It's real. This is a location. Now this person has a bunker in their backyard that everyone knows where it is. I just can't believe it. How do you overlook something like that? And it's so simple to do. All it takes is a Google search. This isn't a hack. Let me make sure. Let me be sure with you. This is not a hack. This is not an attack. This is not an exposed or anything like that. This is Ron putting the locations on his website, plain and simple. Don't let him try to tell you no one hacked them. These are from his website. He's not hacked. It's not compromised. This how it's been. And you can go and look back on his website. Here's the thing now. It is now public. There's a website called the Wayback Machine, and it archives the internet. It takes screenshots of it. So that even after the website is changed, you can go back to the website. Even if he takes this off the website, these locations are compromised. And here, I'm looking at a version of his website from 2013. And look how many photos they have on here. There is no telling how many locations are on right here. There's no telling. There's no telling. And it's on there permanently now. He can't take it off. It's an archive. He can't take this off. These locations are compromised. Ron is selling you compromised shelter. If your shelter doesn't rust or crack or break, or he doesn't come out and install it, or he comes out and he says it's going to be $50,000 more to install it, if that doesn't get you, if by the chance he gives you a perfect shelter, everyone's going to know where the damn shelter is. Everybody. I just can't believe this. I seriously thought this was fake. I seriously thought it was fake, but this is real. This is real, and you can check it for yourself. You don't have to be smart, or technically, you don't have to be, you don't have to know the code and the program to figure this out. I just Google searched it. I thought I had a ton of information, and I still do, but this is huge. This is huge. This is someone's livelihood right here if something happens. Someone put $100,000 in this shelter. And even if they didn't put that, they put a large amount of money into a shelter. And now everyone knows where it is. Can you believe that? I can't. I know I keep saying that, but it's just, it's truly just so surprising to me. So now it's permanently out there on the internet. Just to recap, it's Ron has taken pictures of shelters with his iPhone or smartphone. It doesn't have to be an iPhone. With the location on, has the location in the photo, and then puts the photos in his website, in his past websites, sends them out to clients, puts them in God knows where else. There is no telling how many people knows where these bunkers are. If you bought an Atlas survival shelter, you need to call him now and tell him to move your shelter because you are compromised. You are compromised. You need to move your shelter. Yeah, that's it. I mean, unless you're willing to defend your shelter, but you shouldn't have to be worrying about that. You shouldn't have to be armed to the teeth protecting your shelter that you paid for to be hidden. You need to call right now and ask him to hide your shelter again for free because you already paid for it. This is insane. And if he doesn't do it, you need to find another company or you need to move it yourself because you're not safe anymore. You're not safe. And the time you're going to be most vulnerable in Doomsday or when something happens, everyone's going to know where your shelter is. So, that's all I have for this video here. Once again, please stay vigilant, people. Please stay vigilant. We have to pay attention. We have to stay vigilant. We have to look out for stuff like this. We can't allow people to sell us products just because they talk real nice or they talk down on somebody else. This is not how business should be done. Look what's happening here. People are compromised. investments. 50,000, 100,000, maybe more, maybe millions. I know he's had to install at least $1 million shelter. They're all compromised. So stay vigilant, people. Keep an eye on this channel. I'm going to be bringing you the truth about everything I can find. I've made it my job to make sure that the public knows everything that's going down. So, just stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe, comment. I'd like to hear from you guys. I'd like to see what you guys think. My comments are open. I will be responding to all of them, talking with you guys, because I just, I can't be the only person that's worried about this. Like, this is a not only just a huge abuse of privacy, invasion of privacy, but this is just untrustworthy. This is not how a business should operate. And honestly, they should be sued for this. If you have an Atlas survival shelter, you need to call a lawyer, because oh my gosh, there's no telling what's wrong with your shelter. Anyways, I'm going to stop the video there. I'm not going to keep going on. Keep an eye out here. I should have another video coming out next week. Like, comment, subscribe. Talk with me about this. And I'm going to see you guys on the next video. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay safe, everybody. God bless.